Rolling for initiative isn't just how a role-playing game begins.
This is your ship.
It's one of the many lessons the Bodhana Group teaches its players through games.
We utilize tabletop games, whether board or RPG, for therapeutic goals, educational goals, and skill building or capacity building goals. So anything from social skills, resilience, creativity, empathy, going all the way to help folks with anxiety, depression, or even autism support.
We also actually deliver training programs to other nonprofits and other mental health professionals, educators, where we actually teach them the model that we use so that they can add using games in their curriculum or in their delivery. We have our Give Meeples to the Peoples program.
So if you're a gamer and you have a wall of shame or stuff you haven't played in a while, give it to us. We will most definitely give it out to churches, schools, nonprofits, libraries. In the past year alone, we've given over 1,300 games to organizations like the 18th South Youth Center and Red Lion. We've also given a ton of games to the York Library Systems. We believe in gaming so much, we want everyone to have a gaming library. So they can do what we're talking about, like where they are.
Jack Birkenstock shared his personal experience of using childhood games as a coping mechanism.
Where their emotions are very much like a metronome. You follow this very steady beat.
And how it led him to create the therapy organization, helping children leverage fun while learning the fundamentals.
I was just a very isolated, very socially awkward kid, got into trouble a lot. Role-playing specifically really helped me tap into my creativity, really helped me build my confidence, because I had always wanted to be a writer, and I never had the confidence to pursue it. But role-playing, I'm making these stories, and my friends are responding to them, and they're giggling and laughing, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good stuff. So then I started playing around with aspects of my personality. Of course, I didn't know that then. Analyzing it later when I was going for my master's degree, I started putting these pieces together about how truly formative this hobby was. So when we started Bodhana, we were looking for very unique treatment approaches. And we were kind of like, wait a minute, what if we used a blend of narrative therapy, drama therapy, expressive arts therapy, and play therapy concepts to be able to kind of deliver therapy like CBT or DBT, other systems of therapy, but use gaming as a language because it's not confrontational, it's engaging. That level of immersion really helps people find out who they are. And we also can kind of test people to work together as a team or use creative thinking and problem solving. There are so many avenues that gaming works for. To us, it was a no-brainer. And we might create a shopkeeper who's maybe a challenging presence. If they're dealing with bullies, we can create town guards in an adventure that simulate that kind of energy.
Move along, pick that up.
We're gonna slip in the little skills to build everything up, and then eventually, over time, you'll see it in the outside world.
One thing that we keep in the forefront is that these games have to be fun. It has to be enjoyable, because otherwise you're not going to get anything out of it.
Every week, the organization hosts group sessions for people of all ages to level up their life skills.
We break down gaming in general into 8 core concepts. We have social skills, resilience, creativity, empathy, dexterity, risk reward or taking initiative. Then we have educational goals and critical thinking. That's the other, because every game is a critical thinking game. Checkers all the way to Catan. So if you need a skill to play the game, you're developing that skill through the modicum of play. So it's not like we're going to say, okay, kids, today we're going to practice our social communication volleys. No, we're like, hey, we're going to go to the marketplace and buy some stuff for your D&D characters, they're going to get their potions and whatever. So this way, it feels like I'm playing, but it's under careful monitoring of a trained practitioner. In this way, no matter what you roll, the story keeps moving forward, which is really the goal of our program. Therapy, the story is where the therapy happens, so we have to keep it rolling. What we want to do is not only develop these skills and kind of build a person up, we run out of game stores because it develops a natural social support structure.
Human beings tend to have a lot of anxiety around trying new things. That is natural, and I think that just coming out and meeting them and kind of getting that comfort level in a public space is awesome. And then once you kind of have that comfort level, it's a lot easier to jump in and really become part of the community.
It's a way for you to kind of slowly get out there. Like, you're not pressured, but you have the opportunity to express yourself more.
And to strategize ways to address real-world challenges, the group created their own strategy game, ushering change through a fictional world. After fundraising and workshopping for more than 5 years, the group is preparing to release the game Branch Riders this summer.
In the game of Branch Riders, there are 8 distinct realms, and each of them is based on a genre. This is because not every kid technically likes fantasy, so D&D wasn't for everybody. So you got science fiction, superheroes, steampunk. You come from one of these 8 realms. Your mission is to go into the 8 realms, which are separated from each other by a barrier we call the curtain. The reason the curtain is in place is because the enemy of the game, the Blight, which again, behind the screen therapeutically, can be anxiety, pride, depression, sadness, what have you. But it's just this force that wants to create chaos in the world. Your mission becomes a take only pictures, leave only footprints kind of a deal. So you go into the realm, you try to find out what's going on, solve the problem. So everything about our game is narrative. It's all about telling a story.
We designed this specifically so that new people to this hobby could go, hey, I want to try that out. Like, cool, we have this very accessible game for you to try. I was one of the designers. I worked primarily on the rules mechanics, developing the actual rules system, and then assisted a little bit in the creation of the lore and the stuff that went into the game. So, yeah.
So how does it feel that like now you're 5+ years into the creation of this game and it's going to be in stores probably by summer?
They're really super giddy.
For Therapeutic Game Master James Kirk and the rest of the team who developed it, its release is a full circle moment.
13-year-old me is looking around at everybody and going, see, I told you this would matter.